Join us right show.
Ernie Johnson here along first half. Phoenix had no 1 run. They delivered a real beatdown in the first quarter, ending with a whopping lead. Then in quarter number 2, it was all hands on deck, and what a show it was. Quality execution, good efficiency, some tremendous defensive play helped the Suns.
Well, the bench came in and helped them run away with this one. Tremendous job of getting loose, getting open, and drilling shots. You always want that spark off the bench, and these guys delivered.
Looking at Portland, Shaq, your thoughts?
Ernie, they are way too weak defensively in the paint. They're getting walked over down low, giving up a ton of points. Barbecue chicken everywhere, with the sauce, without the sauce. We're having a Thanksgiving feast in here. That's a recipe for disaster. They cannot keep letting guys drive the lane, layups, lobs. Defense is weak, Ernie.
And now, folks, it's just about time for the third quarter to begin. We will see you after the final buzzer.
We'll see if that gap narrows.
Just look at the game for Thunder. 3 3-pointers.
Well, when he squared himself up and gotten good looks, he's knocked him down.
Myers Leonard, and it's Aminu in at the 3 slot. Now here's McCollum. There's the dish to Plumlee. Phoenix, another fast break opportunity here.
He has really shot the ball extremely well, as you'd expect. Like we say, he's been making sweet string music all day long.
Portland's gone to the three-pointer 11 times tonight, nailed 5 of them. And Lillard kicks to McCollum. Back to Lillard. Now the feed to Aminu. And it's good. Assisting on the play was Lillard. Lillard's got his 5th assist in this one.
And for the past few seasons, Portland's bench has really been their Achilles heel. I mean, last year they showed some improvement. The reserves play stole a game for them on more than one occasion, but still wouldn't be considered a strength.
Out to the right wing. And up the court come the Suns on the break. Oh, a nice defensive play to disrupt the alley-oop. Third quarter of basketball, about a minute and a half in. To the middle. Here's Leonard, and fouled hard that time. He'll get to the line and shoot 2. And for Portland, the bench still wasn't leaned on heavily for minutes. Greg was just talking about that, but they were in the top 5, Clark, in scoring efficiency, and they shot 45% from the floor on the year.
And what was a weakness for them in 14 was a strength for them in 15. And actually, they were their best down the stretch of last season.
Leonard hits them both. And guys, Myers Leonard really showing signs of progress in last season. Huge steps forward for the big man.
And you know, progress is all about confidence with young players. I mean, his shooting percentages were remarkable when you look at the fact that 50, 40, 90, 50%, 40%, 90% for a 7-footer, unheard of, and he's in that neighborhood.
Now here's Lillard. He's got 16. And it's McCollum in the corner. Phoenix grabs the miss.
You know, I think Myers Leonard really finding his niche as a stretch big man. And I think with his size and athleticism, the Blazers had envisioned him making his mark in the paint. But the way he's shooting, though, that they're not going to complain nor try to limit his impact on the game.
Here's Lillard following the score by Phoenix. And it's McCollum in the corner. Plumlee with the screen. Off the screen. Goes back up. Here's Leonard. It's tipped. Cooper against Lillard. And he lays in the alley-oop.
Looky here. How about that one? That play. Take that play and put it in the alley-oop textbook for future reference.
Perfectly done. He put it on a platter for him. Gosh, that was neat.
And guys, how about the touch there on the finish? Really just flawless.
Plumlee with the screen. McCollum passes to Lillard. 6 to shoot. And some nice ball movement here by the Trailblazers. Fires the 3. That's good. 9 points for C.J. McCollum.
And, you know, his teammates, Leonard's teammates, encouraged him to just let it fly. So much of the NBA game is confidence. And he's having success putting the ball in the basket. And I think he has a chance to be a very good player.
Here's Flash. Count the bucket. Flash has got 8 points.
Check out these handles. That's rush hour handle. Not midday, not early morning. That's rush hour handle. That nasty spin just froze the defender.
Now here's Lillard. He's got 16. And again, it's Portland converting.
I mean, he was great in his last game, Clark, and clearly he has not lost that love and feeling.
Here's Little General, covered by Lillard. Here's Cooper, and the Natural's going to pick up the foul. That's foul number 2 for him. And the Suns here with a different look. Mirza Teletovic is checked in for Jay. The Prodigy comes in for Cooper. Captain Clutch, he's checked in for Flash. And it's Brandon Knight in for Little General. Ed Davis is checked in for Portland. Alan Crabb comes in for Lillard. The Trailblazers have gone 3 of 7 on field goal attempts here in the second half. Crabb dishes to Aminu. Got a piece of it. By himself. And he jams it with authority.
Quick hands on the steal and then just mad hops on the slam.
Great sequence for them defensively and Clark offensively.
Well, one usually leads to the other, Kevin. That's just good, aggressive, attacking basketball at both ends.
That was a nice replay brought to you by Kia. And the shot is good.
Really good awareness right there on the assist.
Phoenix has gotten a positive outcome on 7 of their 14 three-pointers in this game. Not bad at all. Here's Teletovic. And a miss there on the triple. For Portland, they've gone an even 50% from the floor here in the third quarter. 4 of 8. That's good. And that's 13 points for C.J. McCollum.
And he is really in a zone right now, playing and scoring with confidence.
To the right side. Here's Teletovic. Can't hit. And it's Portland the other way. And this is their first time matched up with the Suns this season.
And as you would expect, they came out on top in last season's series against this club, but no reason to expect anything different this time around.
Exactly. Guys, they're clearly the better team, but you can't take anybody for granted. They're all NBA players. They get their checks twice a month across the league, so you've got to come prepared and focused and ready to play.
And just a solid start to the season for Teletovic last year. I mean, unfortunately, it came to a close prematurely as he was battling blood clots.
Well, for Teletovic, he got the clots in early December, and Clark, fortunately, he made a full recovery.
Yeah, good to see him back. You know, Bosch's blood clot battle was more publicized due to his stardom, but Teletovic went through the same thing. It's a real threat to an athlete, and hopefully it's well behind him and he doesn't have to run that race anymore.
Really good job there. That's the definition of the inside-out game.
Passes it to Captain Clutch. Here's the Prodigy. Knight on the wing. 6 on the shot clock. Here's Fleming on the mark with the 15-footer. The Naturals got 10 points in the game.
His shooting has been outstanding. Definitely one of the reasons they're up in this game.
Davis sets a screen. Pass to Kaman. And again, it's Portland converting.
You know, as soon as he recognized...
Good basketball. Come on, good basketball there. A clean look from that range. He's got to take it.
Offensive rebound. Second shot opportunity.
To force the miss.
His defensive ability is a big factor. I mean, there's no denying that.
Now here's Kaman. Kaman a screen. Here's McCollum. Kaman kicks to Crabb. Back to Kaman. Here's the Prodigy. He's guarded by Davis. Now the pass to Fleming. Stolen by McCollum. Out to the right wing. Aminu, the pass to Kamen. Kamen sets a screen for McCollum. Back to Kamen from about 19 feet. Phoenix grabs the miss. The Naturals got 3 rebounds so far in the game. And stolen by Kamen. Now, here's Aminu. He's got 7. McCollum with the ball. Kamen up top. Dishes it to Aminu. Shot clock at 6. Trailblazers moving the ball around. Here's Davis. And they force the shot clock violation. Great D.
Kevin, a look here at how the Suns ranked in the NBA last season. 3rd in fast break point, 6th in steals. And they were one of the top 10 teams in the league at scoring points off turnovers. I'd call them a very opportunistic team.
And as you pointed out, when it came to running the break, I mean, they were terrific. They left teams really just grasping for breath and unable to match that breakneck pace.
Alex Len's checked in for Phoenix. Booker comes in for Captain Clutch. Here's Fleming. He hits it from 9. The Naturals got 4 this quarter.
You know, it wouldn't be a bad idea to put an extra body on him, get some help when he barrels his way in close. He's such a good finisher. He needs more than one guy to defend him.
Now here's McCollum. 16 points for him. Here's the prodigy, and he finishes nicely on the layup. 14 points for the Natural.
Their prowess inside has been tremendous, guys. I mean, it's been no contest down on the low block.
And until the defense puts up a little more resistance, they ought to continue to pound them down low.
There's the bucket. Good.
That's a clean look they gave him there, fellas, and he drains those.
Phoenix has gone 1 of 4 in 3-point shots here in the 3rd. Knight into the lane. And there's the whistle. Fouled hard on the shot. He'll go to the line. That one is on Kamen. And sometimes it feels like Brandon Knight is the Rodney Dangerfield of the NBA. The poor guy just doesn't get much respect.
Yeah, I agree with you, Kevin. Through the end of last season, he'd already been on 3 teams in 5 years. On one hand, it may be disrespectful, but teams recognize his ability, too.
So after making the first, he goes 1 for 2.
And on the topic of Brandon Knight, you have to wonder why he's been traded around so much. I mean, it wasn't due to a slow start because he made the All-NBA rookie first team. He's smart, has a strong work ethic, proved himself to be a clutch shooter in college, the kind of guy you normally wouldn't think about dealing for someone else.
He's really stepped it up this quarter. Looks like he's determined to get them out of this hole all by himself.
It's stolen by Davis. 2 on none. No one back to stop this. Yeah. Wow, we're going to remember that one for a while.
I know I will, Kevin. That was special.
My goodness, that was almost a circus-like dunk.
Now, here's Knight. Let's go. Can't get it to go. Kamen with the defensive effort. Portland's gotten the 3-ball working for them in the second half. They've hit 3 out of 3 shots from long range. Grab, dishes to McCollum. Kamen in the high post. Stolen by Len. The numbers in their favor. The finish. A huge slam. The perfect end of the fast break.
The windmill finish. Now that's nasty. How do you do?
Finishes the play. Utter disregard for his own safety.
And his teammates still shaking their heads. You know what? He must have told them to be on the lookout for something special. And really, these are some of the toughest calls an official has to make.
Yeah, but in this case, I think he got it right. I mean, the defender was still moving there and never really had good legal guarding position. He wasn't set.
Here's what Phoenix has got going on right now. Jay's checked in for the Natural. Cooper comes in for the Prodigy. And it's Little General in for Knight. And that one's good.
And he's clearly led the way offensively. The question is, can they ride him and get back into it?
Here's Little General. He's got 14. They get it back. Cooper kicks to Len. Here's Osborne. Off target from 3-point range.
Boy, with an open look like that, he is so gifted. Man, you've got to play better defense. Eventually, he's going to make you pay.
Yeah, you can see he's still in rhythm, even though he misses that one. Almost always deadly when he's that open. Man, they came out smoking here from beyond.
And, Greg, as hot as they are from out there, absolutely no reason at all not to just keep letting them fly.
And it's sent back by Kamen. And, oh, here we go. McCollum's got it, the fast break chance. Here's Little General. He knocks it down right at the buzzer.
That's a shot he'll never forget, as dramatic as they come.
He's got a special knack for the big moments. The bigger the moment, the better he is.
And we're getting underway here in the fourth quarter. The scoreboard tells the story in this matchup, but we'll see how much things change up here. The Trailblazers shooting 48% from the field. Not bad at all. Cooper is out there with Mirza Teletovic. And then it's Little General. Then it's Alex Len. And it's Booker in at the 2 spot. So that's the lineup on the floor for the Suns. Now here's Kamen, the 17-footer. And he gets the bucket. Kamen's got the fourth quarter started here with a bucket for the Trailblazers. Phoenix has gone outside a lot tonight. 17 times, in fact. 7 of 17.
And that's just carelessness there. I mean, you have got to have your head in the game.
Here's Roberts. Kamen a screen. And so he draws the foul on the shot. A trip to the line to shoot 2. Brian Roberts went undrafted in 2008. Initially couldn't latch on with an NBA team. So Clark, he played overseas for a couple seasons.
But he kept going to NBA summer camps, Kevin. Finally found the spot with the Pelicans. Now he's in his 4th NBA season. A dream come true.
Flash is checked in for Phoenix. Here's Flash. Len, a screen. Flash passes to Booker. From outside, off the mark.
Well, that's clearly a situation you want to make sure you don't give him too good of a look at it.
No doubt about it. You cannot let up defensively just because he missed that one.
Roberts dishes to Kamen. Can't get it to fall.
That's what we call good defense in the paint. Worth its weight in gold.
It absolutely is, and maybe even more than that. I mean, you saw it right there. Without his presence, that's an easy basket. He power surged that one down. Wow.
Yeah, good term to use. One of the game's top dunkers for sure.
Folks, that's not a petty, not a Manny. That's a facial. And even though they're down, they are putting on a show at the free throw line.
Yeah, they're making the most of their opportunities at the stripe, and they'll need to keep it up to take the lead.
So for the Suns, the natural, he's checked in for Alex Len. Jay comes in for Mirza Teletovic. And it's Captain Clutch in for Booker. Here's Captain Clutch. Final quarter here, and we're just over a minute and a half through it. An even 3-on-3 break. Kicks it to McCollum. Lets it go from the baseline and nails it. McCollum's got 26 points.
Well, for one, he hasn't let them down. I mean, but a few other guys need to pick up the pace if they're going to be good. Well, this is nothing new. There is some debate on how successful max contracts have been in the NBA. A lot of players have demanded max contract money, but haven't lived up to the max contracts in the league in any given year.
Lillard's checked in for Brian Roberts.
It can happen to anyone, but it's ugly every time it does.
Yeah, it is unfortunate, embarrassing. He just lost his concentration for a split second, and that's all it took.
Well, we were talking about max contracts. There are arguments to their benefits. Commissioner Adam Silver said last year that he feels they help with parity. What do you think?
You know, for the most part, I do believe he's correct. I mean, they do help with parity. For guys like LeBron and Durant, let's face it, the big max contract can be a hindrance. They're probably considered to be worth far more than they're paid. But it's going to be something that is debated back and forth throughout the next negotiations for the CBA. And that's how the coach would draw it up on the fast break from start to finish.
Yeah, and what a finish it was, guys. Really nicely done.
And you look at Thunder, what a contribution.
He's been attacking the rim with reckless abandon. They're searching for answers. Some way they got to figure out how to contain him.
Some changes for Phoenix. The Prodigy comes in for Cooper. And Knight subbed in for Captain Clutch. And a switch here also for Portland. Henderson's checked in. Now here's McCollum. Plumlee with the screen. Henderson with the screen for McCollum. 5 on the clock. Here's Lillard. Pulled the shot a little left, but the bounce goes his way. Lillard's got 20. Suns have gone 3 of 6 from the field so far in the fourth quarter. Osborne, he's covered by Leonard. Here's the Prodigy. Knight on the wing. Launches a 3. That is good.
The assist totals, Kevin, just continue to grow. They're way ahead in that category. Ball movement has been flawless.
Clearly just an example of a different mindset between these teams. Make it 2 hands for safety. That's what they say, right, Kevin?
Yeah, that's right. You got it. And he was also safe with that dunk.
No reason not to be.
And guys, as he should be. Remove all doubt on that attack.
Here's the natural. Shoots from the right block. It's rebounded by Leonard. Leonard's got his 3rd rebound on the night. And Lillard kicks to Leonard. And the officials whistle a foul on the shot. The bucket's good. He'll go to the line. And the Suns making a change here. Chandler's checked in.
And just way too early to tell how this year's group of rookies will turn out. But just from an early look, they seem to be a group that can contribute. They're definitely not going to be a class with a small impact on the league.
Crafty pass work there, getting it down low for the easy deuce.
Lillard attacking. Leonard the pass to Henderson. Lillard dishes to Plumlee. The rim-rattling two-handed jam.
Flush that thing down, young fella.
That is a fierce two-hander.
Maximum force on that dunk.
Osborne. That's good. The assist that time from Knight. Knight's got assist number 7 for him tonight.
Well, if you're going to give them layups, there's no way you're going to get back in this game.
Now, here's Lillard. Six on the shot clock. It's hauled in by the Suns. Jay's got 8 rebounds in this game. Pass to Flash. And a foul on the shot. He'll go to the stripe for 2.
What a night so far for Flash. 10 points and 5 assists. He's been tough on the inside and displayed great vision with his passing, too.
And you know what? He is the total package today, giving them a little bit of everything.
So for the Suns, the natural, he's checked in for Chandler. Cooper comes in for the Prodigy. And it's Little General in for Brandon Knight. And Portland with a change here, too. Alan Crabb, he's checked in for Gerald Henderson. Now, here's Lillard, stolen away. And they're on the break. Here's Holcomb, rips down the breakaway slam.
And that's how you make a steal count. Turn it into a quick slam at the other end.
It was really a case, it looked like Greg Anthony right there, if I can say so. It was really a case of a great defensive play triggering some instant offense.
Yeah, I remember GA as an irritant, and this guy, much like Greg, creating havoc out there.
Leonard, no luck.
Physically, there's no doubt they've been the stronger team. That plus 10 rebound advantage tells you all you need to know.
Yeah, not to mention what it says on the scoreboard. They're really pushing them around. Straight bully ball.
So it's Portland now. The Suns getting the bucket. Now McCollum to the paint. To halt the run. And so he draws the foul on the shot. A trip to the line to shoot 2.
And in today's NBA, it's all about spacing on offense. It used to be more about finding matchups to exploit. Now it is all about opening up great looks by spreading the floor.
Good on the second free throw. And with great spacing in the NBA, you need great shooting. More than ever, shooting and spacing, Clark, are at a premium in the NBA for teams.
Yeah, well, it starts with point guards being able to break down defenses and get into the lane to create open shots. You want to be able to create space for the point guards to drive, so you need shooters on the wings.
Portland grabs the miss. Leonard's got his 4th rebound with that last one here tonight. The Trailblazers have gone 6 of 11 since the start of the 4th quarter. Plumlee sets the pick for Lillard. He dishes it to Leonard. Good. Great play by Lillard to set it up. 14 points for Leonard.
Not a good idea to let him get such good position in the paint.
It's more than a bad idea. It's real trouble. I mean, he'll make that 10 out of 10 times.
Osborne, and he goes in for the dunk.
I mean, he is tearing the defense apart, and let's face it, they have not brought their A game on that side of the ball.
Plumlee with the screen. Feeds it to Lillard. Leonard on the wing. And it's out of bounds as the Portland Trailblazers retain possession. Lance checked in for the natural. Portland also making some changes. Kaman comes in for Plumlee, and Harkless is subbed in for C.J. McCollum. Suns on defense. The dish to Crabbe. Wide open. Rebounded by Flash. Flash has got 6 rebounds in the game.
And guys, something new for the NBA is the HGH testing that's been put in place. It's something the league hasn't had too many issues with or even accusations, but better to stamp it out early. And hard to argue that it should be in place.
Here's Lillard. The Suns getting the bucket. It's blocked. And now the Suns a fast break. Here's Cooper, and he stuffs it. What a pass to set him up.
They just can't miss. Everything they put up, it seems, goes in.
You know, sometimes you're the bug, and sometimes you're the windshield. They are certainly the bugs tonight. Nothing going their way.
And I'm not even sure that I'd want to be the windshield.
No, maybe the windshield wiper.
Yeah,
right. Yeah. Now, here's Lillard. To the left wing. Leonard kicks to Lillard. Shot clock at 5. And yes, sir, that one drops. That's 10 points for Chris Kaman.
And he's shaking off that slow start, giving them a boost here in the second.
And stolen by Lillard. And oh, here we go. Lillard's got it, the fast break chance. And he was fouled on the way up. 2 free throws now for him.
Wow, he got whacked on that one. Shouldn't be much debate there.
Blatant contact. Straightforward call. Simple.
2 shots.
He's off on the second. Phoenix looked to be on the verge of making it back into the playoffs last season. Ultimately, though, Greg, they faltered in the second half of the year.
Yeah, it was a 3-team race. And after coming up short in 14, the Suns had the edge early. As you said, Kevin, they simply couldn't keep things going in the second half of the season.
Portland, no good that time either.
Yeah, good tough D there to get a hand up and force that miss.
That's example number 1 of why he is such a strong defensive player and why he has such a great defensive reputation. Elevates and powers in the one-hand.
Textbook.
Yeah, and I'm glad, guys, he doesn't go overboard on that one and get a little too fancy.
You know, guys, the Suns went from the 8th seed to finishing 10th in the West. I mean, it would have been a tough task for them to stay in the race, particularly after all the trades. I mean, their team was in transition.
Shot by Roberts, no good. Phoenix has gone 1 of 2 from three-point range here in the fourth. Cooper the pass to Len. Harkless kicks to Kaman. Here's Alexander. And he gets it to go.
And when you shake up a roster, as the Suns did last year, it's hard to keep pace. They ended 6 games back of that final playoff spot, but that all happened after they decided to shake things up.
And stolen by Kaman. Here's Roberts. 1:41 left in the fourth quarter of this one. Out of bounds, Phoenix takes possession. Booker, he's checked in for Phoenix. Guys, we have seen them with a lot of good ball movement.
Well, you like the smooth operating they're showing you here. I mean, things are clicking, and more importantly, it makes them tough to defend.
Clark, what you know about Sade? Smooth operator, but I agree with you. I think we're all seeing that right now. And so it's going to end up in the record books as a blowout a dominating performance for Phoenix.
And this was one that never really was in doubt, I thought, Stephen Clark. An all-around dominant performance. Clark, and you kind of thought that maybe even going into the game.
I certainly did, and they just cracked it open and made it an NC. No contest.
Yeah, I like that. And so with this, they'll end up with their second win on the year.
And this is a great way for them to kick off this season series. 2 more games ahead, and they've taken the mental advantage with this win tonight.
Greg, I don't think it'll play out quite that simply, though. The team coming out on the losing end of Game 1 is just that much more motivated to get even in Game 2 and 3. So I think the edge goes to the losing team.
No surprise here. Just a big-time performance for Thunder. You look at the energy he brought on both ends of the floor, and it's easy to see why he was a difference maker.
And here are the Suns now. The Blazers getting the bucket. 6 to shoot. Booker the pass to Cooper. Another 3 for Phoenix.
This is a serious game-clinching run they're on.
Yeah, I agree with you. Just not backing off here. I mean, they're looking to close this one out in style. What a time to have this kind of surge.
Here's Roberts. Phoenix able to drain the 3. Tries from 10, and it's Phoenix with the rebound. Lets it go with the 3. Off target with that shot. So it's the Suns winning easily here. And the outcome of this one was never in doubt.
Yeah, they were clicking in every